All right, so luxury real estate, right? Um, Everybody knows Marbella, beautiful place.
Yeah.
But this is not just your typical, oh, we're going to flip a condo on the beach. This deep dive is about VirtuSol. And they're doing some really interesting stuff in the luxury market there. We've got some articles about them. We've got their website, of course, even a few testimonials from clients. I mean, this is fascinating stuff.
It really is. Yeah, the way they talk about themselves is interesting, isn't it? It's more than just buying and selling houses. They call themselves partners,
Yeah.
owners, representatives. And they work with some really experienced investors, people who know Marbella's market inside and out.
Yeah. Okay. So owner's representative, what does that actually mean, like in this context?
Well, it's like imagine, you want a property there,
Yeah.
but you don't want to handle all the details yourself.
Right.
So they take care of everything, absolutely everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, buying property in Spain, it can be a little tricky. Legalities, paperwork, and then overseeing the renovations, the construction, everything. They're like, I don't know, like a one-stop shop for luxury real estate, but with like personalized service on top of that.
So it's like having a personal concierge for real estate who also like knows everything about building these incredible luxury properties.
Yeah, exactly. And because they're working with these experienced investors, right, not just anybody, they can build these long-term relationships. A lot of their clients, they become repeat customers,
Yeah.
which tells you something about the level of, trust and satisfaction they have.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, these investors, they're not new to the game. They're not new to Marbella. They know what they want. And I guess they're willing to pay for that extra level of service and expertise.
Right, and VirtuSol understands that. Their whole thing is exceeding expectations, like going above and beyond, right? What you would expect in a typical real estate company.
Okay, so let's talk about, they talk about their EcoNext philosophy, right?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that just like a fancy way of saying we use recycled materials?
No. It's much more than that. Think of it like future-proofing these luxury properties, using the most advanced tech, the best materials.
Like what are we talking? Solar panels, bamboo floors? Give me something specific.
Oh, they're doing that too, but it goes way beyond. They're using this system called MarketDroid, basically AI that manages your whole house, learns your energy habits, and optimizes everything for efficiency. And they're the only ones in Spain that have it. And then they have KNX Domotica. So that you control your lighting, temperature, security, everything from a central interface. I mean, it's incredible.
AI running the whole house. That sounds like a sci-fi movie.
I know, right? But it's real, and VirtuSol is using it. It's making these properties not just luxurious, but incredibly smart and sustainable.
Okay, so it's not just a label, right? It's like they're really integrating these ideas into the core of how they build these properties. I get why that's appealing to their clients.
Yeah, and it adds so much value,
Yeah.
to the property itself. Thinking long-term, not just about sustainability, but also the investment potential.
So they're not just giving clients what they want now, but what they might want in the future as well. That's pretty clever.
Exactly. Staying ahead of the curve, right? Anticipating trends in both technology and luxury living. That's what allows them to offer something truly unique, to their clients.
Okay, so all this sounds amazing, but we got to be real for a second. I mean, most people listening to this, they're not going to buy a multi-million-euro place in Marbella. So why should they care about this company?
Oh, that's a great question. It's not just about the price tag. Look at how they've built this niche. By really understanding their clients, building a business that meets their specific needs.
So it's about understanding who you're serving
Yeah,
and offering a really specialized service. That makes sense for any business, really.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's this whole thing about, they say no cutting corners. That's their philosophy. Prioritizing quality, exceeding expectations, no matter, how much it costs. Whether you're selling, I don't know, a product, a service, anything, that kind of dedication, that's something to learn from.
Right. And this focus on innovation, right? They're constantly looking for ways to get better, to stay ahead. That's important in any industry, especially, with technology changing so fast.
Totally. And on a bigger level, there's something else here too, isn't there? VirtuSol is showing that sustainability and luxury, they don't have to be separate things.
Yeah, they've managed to combine them, it seems like, really well. I mean, whether or not you're ever going to buy one of these places, VirtuSol's story, it tells you something about the future of real estate, about technology, and about, maybe how we think about sustainable living.
And we haven't even scratched the surface, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't even talked about the specifics of their projects, the materials, the impact they're having on the whole market in Marbella.
All right, well, sounds like we have a lot more to talk about then. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll dive back into this. We'll get into some of those details.
Yeah, I can't wait to dig a little deeper.
All right, so we're back, and we're going to really, get into the details of VirtuSol now. We've talked about their philosophy, their approach, but let's see it in action. So how does this whole no cutting corners thing actually like play out in their projects?
Okay, so picture this. You're a serious investor. You've seen it all. You're used to luxury, right?
Hmm.
But they don't just meet those expectations. It's like they go way beyond.
Okay, like what are we talking here? Like gold faucets, diamond doorknobs.
I mean, sure, they could do that,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more than that. It's like sourcing a rare marble, right,
Yeah.
from a very specific quarry in Italy because it has the perfect veining. Or like, I don't know, having furniture custom made by, these artisans who've been doing it for generations.
So it's not just about expensive stuff. It's like the thought behind every choice.
Exactly. Yeah. They're curating an experience,
Hmm.
not just, putting together a house. And on top of that, you have all this amazing technology.
Right. Yeah, let's talk more about that tech. I mean, we touched on Markadroid and KNX, but it's still kind of vague, right? Paint me a picture. What's it actually like to live in one of these places?
Okay, so you wake up, your house already knows what temperature you like it. The blinds adjust automatically so you get the perfect sunlight, and your favorite music is playing, softly.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. I mean, isn't that just like fancy automation? What's so special about it?
It's how they blend it all together with the design of the house. It's not about, just having cool gadgets. It's about how those gadgets actually, like, improve your life. The KNX system, for example, can even adjust the lighting, throughout the day to mimic natural sunlight. And that actually, like, has been shown to help you sleep better, even improve your mood.
So it's like living in a house that anticipates your needs, your moods.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Exactly. And with Markadroid, it's like having, I don't know, like an energy butler, constantly optimizing your consumption, saving you money without you even thinking about it.
And we talked about EcoNext, right? But it's interesting, they actually say they don't use geothermal energy, which is, a pretty standard sustainable thing. Any idea why they wouldn't do that?
Yeah, it could be strategic. Remember, they're all about efficiency, maximizing value. Maybe geothermal just doesn't make sense, in Marbella. The climate, the geology.
Or maybe they've got like even better solutions that they're not even talking about yet. I mean, they seem to be ahead of the game on so many things.
It's true. And they're not afraid to, challenge conventions, try new things. And it pays off. I mean, their clients benefit from that for sure.
Speaking of clients, they claim to be hitting returns like way above that typical 20%, that most flippers aim for. Is that even realistic?
Oh, it could be. Yeah. Think about it. You're starting with prime real estate, right? Marbella, known for luxury, exclusivity. Then you add these amazing renovations, the tech, the level of detail. I mean, it's on another level.
So they're creating these like one-of-a-kind properties that
Right.
just command a higher price.
Yeah, exactly. They're not flipping houses, they're creating masterpieces.
Yeah.
And you can't forget the intangible stuff, the prestige, the exclusivity. That comes with owning a VirtuSol property.
Okay, so yeah, the potential for high returns is there, but every investment has risks. What should people be thinking about, before they like jump into a project with VirtuSol?
Well, the luxury market, it can be volatile. Economic downturns, regulations change, buyer preferences shift. It can impact property values.
I mean, they've got a good track record, but past performance doesn't guarantee anything, right?
Exactly. And with any partnership, there's always the chance of, disagreements, different expectations. So it's crucial to do your research, really vet them, make sure you understand the risks before you commit to anything.
That's good advice for anything, really, not just this. And we mentioned briefly, VirtuSol offers this option for like long-term clients to pool resources
Sure.
for bigger projects. What's the appeal of that?
Well, let's say you love what they do,
Right.
but you can't afford, a multi-million-euro property on your own. This lets you partner with others, people who share your vision, and invest in something really special.
So it's like crowdfunding,
Right?
but for luxury real estate.
Kind of, yeah. It opens up opportunities, that you might not have individually, and the potential rewards are, they could be even bigger.
But with anything collaborative, there's got to be risks. What should investors be careful about there?
Trust is key. You have to be confident in the other investors, right? And VirtuSol's ability to manage everything fairly. Clear communication is important too. Everyone needs to be on the same page from the beginning to avoid, conflicts later on.
It sounds like VirtuSol is almost like a matchmaker, bringing together these investors who, have a shared passion for luxury, for sustainability.
That's a great way to put it. It's a community, almost. These people aren't just looking for, financial returns. They want to be part of creating something exceptional together.
And that's different, isn't it? I mean, from a typical real estate company, it's not just transactions, it's a network, a movement even.
It's compelling, and it's clearly working. These people aren't just buying a property. It's a lifestyle. It's a philosophy, a vision for the future of luxury.
All right, so we've covered a lot, the details of their projects, the bigger picture. I'm starting to see why they're making such a splash in Marbella.
And we're not done yet. There's the question of, their impact on the whole market.
Right.
And could this model work elsewhere?
Okay, yeah. Let's take another pause. And then we'll come back for the final part of this deep dive. We'll explore those big questions. All right, so last part of our VirtuSol deep dive here. We've seen how they work, right? The tech, the crazy attention to detail. But let's zoom out a bit. What's the bigger picture? How are they actually changing things, in the whole Marbella market?
Well, they're not just working with the super rich, It's like they're pushing the whole market forward.
What do you mean?
Well, think about it. When one company starts delivering this level of quality, of innovation, the others can't just ignore it.
So they're raising the bar, even for their competitors.
Exactly. It's like, a rising tide.
Mm.
Suddenly, the basic luxury stuff, it's not enough anymore. Buyers know more, they expect more, and the whole market has to, step up its game.
So VirtuSol is setting a new standard for luxury in Marbella. And not just fancy stuff, but sustainability, technology, the whole package.
Yeah, they're shaping the future of luxury living. That's a powerful position to be in.
Okay, so let's talk about that future. They seem to be all in on this idea of, smart, sustainable luxury. Is that just a trend, or is that where the whole market's going?
It's a trend for sure, but it's deeper than that, I think. It's how people are thinking about luxury differently now.
Yeah.
It's not just about showing off. It's about quality experiences. And yeah, sustainability is becoming more and more important.
So it's not just having a nice house. It's about a house that's good for you, good for the planet.
Right. And VirtuSol gets that. It's not just about profits for them. They're creating a vision of luxury that's, more conscious, more sustainable.
And it seems to be working. Lots of clients, media attention, they're having a real impact. But could this work somewhere else? Could you see VirtuSol-style companies popping up in other, luxury hotspots?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the principles they're using, they're universal. Find your niche, know your client, deliver amazing quality, innovate, build those relationships. That works anywhere.
So it's not about copying them exactly. It's about taking those ideas and adapting them, right?
Yeah. Luxury isn't the same everywhere. What's luxurious in Marbella might be different in, I don't know, Dubai or Aspen. But the core values, quality, sustainability, personalized service, those are universal.
Okay, so let's say someone's listening to this and they're like, I want to do that. They want to create something like VirtuSol in their own market or even a totally different industry. What advice would you give them?
First, understand your audience. Really understand them, their values, what they struggle with, what they're really looking for. And then don't be afraid to push the boundaries. Innovate, experiment, try to exceed those expectations.
And I imagine trust is important, right? Building those strong relationships like VirtuSol does.
Oh, absolutely. People buy from people they trust. They invest in visions they believe in. If you connect with your audience on that level, offer something truly unique, build that trust, you're on the right track.
So as we wrap this up, I got to say, I'm inspired. They're not just selling real estate. They're selling a whole new way of thinking about luxury.
And they're proving that you can be successful, ethical, sustainable, forward-thinking, all at the same time.
Yeah.
That's a powerful message, and one that I think we'll see more and more in the future.
So whether you're, a big investor or just someone who appreciates quality, innovation, VirtuSol's story, it has something for everyone.
Yeah, and as you go about your day, think about this. What are you doing to push boundaries? How are you building trust, creating value? Because in a world that's constantly changing, those are the things that really matter.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And that is our deep dive into VirtuSol. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the limits.